Basil Rathbone and Nigel Bruce in the new adventures of Sherlock Holmes. The Petrie family, the family that took time to bring you good wine, invite you to listen to Dr. Watson tell us another exciting adventure he shared with his old friend, that master detective, Sherlock Holmes. And now I'm sure our good friend Dr. Watson's waiting for us, so let's go in and join him.
Go in. Ah, there you are, Mr. Bartow.
Well, say, Doctor, I can see you're going to have yourself quite a Christmas. Big tree in the corner with colored lights on it. Where'd you get those? Table covered with presents? You must be mighty popular.
Oh, they aren't all for me, my boy. You see, I'm having a Christmas party tomorrow for my housekeeper's little nieces.
Oh.
I'm going to dress up as Santa Claus for them.
I'm sure you look very convincing in the part. By the way, Doctor, I brought you a little present. Here it is. I hope you like it.
Oh, that's kind of you, Mr. Bartell. I got one for you, too, but you mustn't open it until tomorrow. Here you are, my boy.
Thanks a lot, Doctor. And now, how's about tonight's story? Last week you told us you'd chosen an adventure with a lot of Christmassy atmosphere.
Yes, Mr. Bartell. My story begins on another Christmas Eve, many, many years ago. To be exact, in 1886. At the time the adventure occurred, I must confess I didn't quite understand what was going on myself. In fact, I never did make head or tail of it until Holmes took pity on me later and explained the whole thing. But I shan't try to confuse you, Mr. Bartell. I'll tell you the story exactly as it happened.
Right you are, Doctor. Let's go.
Very well. On that Christmas Eve in 86, I was standing in our Baker Street rooms, dressed in the costume of Santa Claus. Holmes, his long, thin fingers pressed together, lay back in an armchair and gazed at me quizzically, while our housekeeper, Mrs. Hudson, stood by the door and...
Dr. Watson, you make a grand Santa Claus.
Doesn't he, Mrs. Hudson? Try the beard on, old chap.
Oh, I'm afraid this is very uncomfortable. How does it look?
Oh, you look just like the old man of the Christmas cards, Doctor.
Yes, Watson. It really becomes you. The cheery twinkle of the eyes, the ruddy complexion, and the appropriate girth. Well, a shame we can't obtain some snow and a sleigh and reindeer for you. However, I'm sure Mrs. Hudson's nieces will be very much impressed.
Oh, they will that, sir. And it's very kind of you, Doctor, to offer to come over to their house with me. With their father in the hospital and my sister at his bedside, it would have been a very miserable Christmas without you.
I should enjoy myself, but I think I'll take this beard off until we get there. That's it. You ready to leave, Mrs. Hudson?
I am, sir. Will I get a cab?
How far do we have to go?
Oh, Lexington Gardens, number 28. It's just off the Edgware Road, Doctor.
It's not far, but bearing in mind my costume, I suppose we'd better take a cab.
Hi, sir. I'll get one.
Holmes, what are you going to do with yourself? I hate leaving you alone on Christmas Eve.
Oh, don't worry, old chap. I shall spend a profitable evening writing on my new monograph.
What's this one about?
An analysis of teeth marks on pipe stems, with particular regard to indicated character.
Gracious me, how exciting. Well, I must be going.
Don't forget your sack of presents, Watson.
Great Scott, no.
And when you come to distribute them, you will find that I took the liberty of adding a few trinkets on my own behalf.
That's very thoughtful of you, Holmes.
Excuse me, Mr. Holmes, but there's a gentleman to see you. Says he's an old friend of yours. Here's this card, sir.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Hudson. Why, it's Lord Whittaker. Splendid. Ask him to come up, please, Mrs. Hudson.
All right, sir.
And I hope your party is a great success, Mrs. Hudson.
Thank you, sir. Are you sure you don't want me to stay? Now that you've a visitor,
Oh, no, indeed, no, Mrs. Hudson. I can show the gentleman out myself. You go off and have a good time.
Thank you, sir.
I wonder what Lord Whittaker wants. Perhaps I should stay and
certainly not, old chap. You have far more important work to do. Whittaker probably wants his revenge at chess or, something equally innocuous. Off with you, my dear fellow, and enjoy yourself.
Oh, I suppose I'd better go. Just the same, I wish you would come in with me. I'll see you later.
I shall be there. Come on up, Whittaker.
Hello, Holmes. Evening, Watson. You make a very convincing Santa Claus. Are you leaving?
I'm afraid so already.
Well, then, good night.
Good night, good night, good night.
How are you, Holmes? All alone on Christmas Eve, eh?
Yes, Whitcomb. I'm glad you came over to see me. What's it to be? An evening of chess, or have you unearthed some recent treasure of medieval pottery that we can discuss?
Neither, Holmes. I've come to you in your professional capacity. I need help.
Oh, now, come, Whitcomb. Don't tell me that after all these years of quiet friendship, you're going to become a client.
Well, I'm afraid so, Holmes. Though I doubt if my problem will interest you very much. It's hardly up to your rather colorful standards. Here for a cigar?
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. And now, my dear Whitcomb, what's your trouble?
Well, I decided this year to have a little Christmas party at my townhouse. I'm quite comfortably off, as you know, and it occurred to me that I have several relatives and friends who are not as well off. I'm having a party for them tonight, Holmes, and I hoped you'd attend it, disguised as Santa Claus.
Oh, dear me. I've adopted many disguises in my time, but Father Christmas has never been one of them. Why do you want me to attend your party in disguise in any case? You ashamed of your friendship with a private detective? Or do you consider my features more acceptable when buried beneath the depths of a snowy beard?
Oh, my dear Holmes, do take me seriously. I'm not joking, I assure you.
Of course you aren't. You want me to attend your party in disguise. Why?
I'm giving some very valuable presents. Diamond and onyx cufflinks, platinum and ruby earrings and such like. And I've wrapped each of the presents in banknotes.
Oh, dear me. Where are these presents now?
In a sack, in the charge of my butler. I was going to dress up as Santa Claus and give them out myself, until I got the warning letter. That's why I've come to you.
Warning letter, eh?
Yes. I received it by this evening's post. Listen to this. My dear Lord Whitcomb, your generosity with Christmas presents borders on ostentation. We do not approve. Either we receive £5,000 in sovereigns at Post Restaurant Box 379 by 6 o'clock on Christmas Eve, or I'm afraid your Christmas party will be conspicuous by its absence of presents.
You see that note, Whitcomb, will you?
Yeah, here you are.
Thanks. Plain paper, torn from a penny notebook. The writing is obviously disguised. By George, yes. Whitcomb, I accept the case. I'll come with you to your party at once. And furthermore, I shall follow your suggestion regarding a disguise. Dressed as Santa Claus, I shall be less likely to attract suspicion.
I'm delighted, Holmes. But what made you decide so suddenly?
This writing, my dear fellow. Though it's a false hand, I'd know that characteristic M in my dear Whitcomb. I've seen it too often at the beginning of a signature. It's Moriarity.
Moriarty? Who's he?
Oh, one of the cleverest and most unscrupulous criminals in England. Whitcomb, there's no time to be lost. It's, let me see, 6:30 now. Half an hour beyond the deadline given you in this letter. And we must go to your house at once.
This is as far as the cab can take us, Doctor.
Here you are, cabby. Here's 5 shillings for you, and a Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, bless you, Governor. And a Merry Christmas to you, too.
Thank you.
You said you wanted to get into the house through the back way so that you could surprise the children.
Yes, I thought I'd pretend to come down the kitchen chimney.
Oh, you can get to the back of the house by going up the alley here. I'll go in the front door.
Splendid. Which is the house, Miss Hudson?
Number 28. It's the third one down the alley, Doctor. I'll have the back window open in no time, and you can slip in without any of the bairns seeing you.
Oh, very well. Gloomy little street, I must say. Well, where's the music coming from?
Oh, it's from that temple across the street, Doctor. The disciples of the Octagonal Square, they call themselves.
Oh, what on earth do you suppose that means?
Oh, some newfangled cult. Heathens, most likely.
Hello, I'm not the only Santa Claus abroad tonight. Look at that fellow across the street there.
Oh, dressed just like yourself, Doctor, and carrying a sack, too. He's running up the steps to the temple.
Well, Scotty, he slipped on the ice.
Oh.
What his hurry was. Here. Let me help you up, sir.
Oh, now, you be careful, Doctor. Do not trip up yourself.
Here, so now, give me a hand.
Thank you, sir. silly of me, wasn't it?
Oh, we Santa Clauses have to help each other, you know. Up you come. That's it. Oh, good gracious me.
Oh, Doctor, I told you to be careful. Now you've fallen too.
Oh, it's this confounded red coat of mine. It took me up.
Did you hurt yourself?
Oh, I'm all right. How about you, sir?
Oh, I'm all right, thanks. Silly of me to run, wasn't it?
Here's your sack, sir.
Thank you. Good night, and Merry Christmas.
Same to you, sir. Oh, he went into the temple. He must be a disciple of the octagonal square.
Are you sure you know how, Doctor?
No, of course not. Thank you, Miss Hudson. Here, give me my sack, please. Thank you. Your sister's house is the third one down this alleyway, you say?
Aye, and I'll hurry and open the back window.
I'll be waiting for you, Mrs. Hudson. It's going to be rather fun. What a shame Holmes isn't with us. Oh, well, he's probably happier having a good game of chess with Lord Whitcomb.
This is my house, Holmes. Number 39.
39 Bronson Square, eh? And dear old Watson is just around the corner in Lexington Gardens and hasn't any idea that I've left Baker Street.
Here you are, cabby.
Oh, thank you, sir. Merry Christmas, sir.
Listen to that. Carol singers.
Yes, we'll probably have our fill of them before this evening's over.
Good evening, my lord.
Have the guests arrived, Hargreave?
Most of them, sir. They're in the library. You brought another Santa Claus with you, I see, my lord.
Another Santa Claus? What do you mean?
A gentleman arrived 3/4 of an hour ago, sir, dressed as Santa Claus. I took him to your study, my lord, and showed him the sack of presents.
Confound it! He's got here before us. Where is this study?
This way.
I hope I didn't do wrong, my lord. You told me that a gentleman dressed as Santa Claus would be coming here. Dear me, the gentleman appears to have gone.
Yes, and the sack containing the presents with him.
But he can't have left the house, my lord. I've been watching the front door.
Yes, and while you were doing that, he stepped out through the window here. The catch is undone. Hargreave, describe this man.
Well, I can't tell you much about his appearance, I'm afraid, sir. He was dressed as Santa Claus, just like yourself. But I did notice one thing about him, sir.
Oh, what was that?
He lisped, sir. It was quite pronounced.
Of course. Lou, the Lisper.
Who on earth is Lou the Lisper?
One of Moriarty's most trusted accomplices. Fortunately, though, I've had news of him lately through my underworld grapevine.
You know where he lives?
He's reputed to have some connections with a new cult that call themselves the Disciples of the Octagonal Square. Their headquarters are just round the corner from here.
Then let's go there at once.
Of course, and Hargreave.
Yes, sir.
Get a message to Scotland Yard as fast as you can. Ask for Inspector Lestrade. Tell him to join me at the Temple of the Octagonal Square in Lexington Gardens as soon as possible.
The children are awful excited, Doctor. I told them you just came down the chimney.
Oh, I'll slip the beard on and I'll go into them.
Will I announce you, Doctor?
Yes, please, Miss Hudson.
All right, sir. Quiet now, children, quiet. Santa Claus has come to see you, and he's brought you all presents.
Hello, children.
Hello, Santa Claus. My name's Elsie. Did you bring me a present?
Yes, I expect I did, Elsie. I'll look in my sack in a minute. And what's your name, young man?
Herbert. They call me Bertie. Did you come down the chimney?
Yes, Bertie.
I bet you didn't have all the time doing it. You're so fine.
Oh, don't be rude, Bertie. Your Santa Claus won't give you your presents.
And what's your name, little man?
Oh, you don't. I've got a cold.
Yes, I see you have. Well, children, gather around me and I'll see what presents I have for you all.
Oh, Bertie.
The first present is for... Oh, this can't be right. It says for Her Grace, the Dowager Duchess of Bewley.
Do you suppose Mr. Holmes has been playing a practical joke on you, Doctor?
I suppose so, though I can't see the point, but he did say that he'd added a few trinkets of his own.
I want my present.
Then supposing you take this one, Elsie.
Thank you.
And this one is marked for Reverend Arthur Carter. I wish I know what Holmes is up